All right, perfect. Hello, hello. Okay, perfect. So this is an overview, a recap of where we are in the middle of the week for the video that we did on the analysis for week of September 8, 2025. Today is September 10. It's a Wednesday, 10:07, 10:08 p.m. And tomorrow we have quite a bit of news as well. And I just wanted to go over some of the ideas that we talked about in the beginning of the week, and where we are so far right now. So we're going to be going over our ideas that we talked about on Sunday on September 8th, gold, which included gold, GJ, Ethereum, Doge, Bitcoin, and I believe Sol as well. So just overall commodities, forex, and our crypto. Initially on gold, I just wanted to go ahead and start out with that. Let's see. This was the beginning of the week. I did mention that as long as we're staying above our daily candle, which was this right here, as long as we're staying above our daily candle, we should continue to push up. And also mentioned that we were in the range. So the price action was looking something like this, right? So this right here, it's 4 p.m. Sunday, September 7th. So the price action was something like this. I mentioned if we break below these areas, if we break below 35.73, we should continue to push down to at least 35.55. But since we're consolidating, there is no identification. But as long as on a daily, on a weekly, we are respecting the previous lows, we should continue to push up. So gold later that day, or let's just say next day, on Monday morning, it did break above. It did break above, respecting the previous candles, previous week's low, and it continued to push up. So main idea on gold, as I mentioned again, was to this was the daily candle on Friday, right? So a main idea was to keep above this previous candle's low. And I'm going to be recording a lot of videos where I'm talking about what is a low, what is a high, what is a, consolidation, things like that. But for those who've been trading, they have an idea what I'm talking about. So the gold has been continued to push up. I know we have created sort of like a hanging, whatever candle you want to call it, hanging man candle. And the next candle, we continue to kind of break above. Tomorrow we have CPI, I believe. Tomorrow we have news, and I will be watching out and making sure that, for at the time of news, we're staying out. I will go over some of the news as well, what we are expecting at the end of this video. So gold recap, I think we executed perfectly. This was the consolidation area. We continue to push up. We have GJ. GJ on a weekly, I think it's been a mess. Last week we closed, in a nice bullish candle. I think we have, over 2 days left. Let's see how this closes. If it closes back in the range, then we should maybe continue to see another candle coming down. But as of right now, GJ is just like it's a messy price action. There is not much going on. Doge. So last week, in the beginning of the week, let's just say, I did mention that the way last week's candle closed on Sunday evening, there is a higher probability for the next candle to have a wick down and continue to push up, as it was a strong support that was formed. And our first target would be this candle's high. This line here, the blue line, was drawn on Sunday. It's still there from that day. We hit our first target at 25,490. And as of right now, let's talk about what could happen in the future, what I'm expecting. Other than news can come in and just like reverse or take us up, but what the technical analysis are showing is that in the previous couple of days, what is the price action telling us? It shows us that we have been creating higher lows. I know somebody could say, "Oh, we've created doji. The next candle should have came down. Why didn't it come down?" It's price action. It does, if it's a red candle, if it's a doji, if it's a reversal pattern that you may have learned, it doesn't mean that the pattern is always going to work out the way you think it will. What is going to work out is how the candles are printing. This candle created a low. It didn't break below the previous candle. It didn't break a proper structure. This candle here, it didn't break the previous candle's low, continue to push up. I expect the next couple of days for candles to be, for weekly price action to be remaining bullish. So this candle, I am expecting something like this, where you would have a lower wick. I think we may have created a lower wick. We could consider this a lower wick, and we could continue to push up. If this allows me to do it, I will. Okay, there you go. So maybe something like this, right? This is something that I'm expecting on gold. Oh, sorry, on Doge. But regardless, nonetheless, I do think that we're in a bullish market still, and we should be able to continue to get close or hit our main target for the week, which is 25,500. So far, I think things worked out perfectly fine. I did, as I mentioned, we already hit our first target, which was over 7%. So I'm actually holding Doge right now. So, kudos to whoever has been holding. I have a group chat. We have been trading, so everything is going smooth. Next, take a look at Ethereum. So last week I did mention that the way the previous candle has closed, it didn't break above the previous high. It did break below the previous low, which means that it should continue it is right now in a bearish structure. With that being said, I did mention, if you've seen the weekly video, I did mention that we're closing creating a support. I think this was the candle on Sunday. This was the candle. So I did mention that we're creating support. We have created support. So if we continue to push up, we should be able to, for the day traders, they should be able to expect this high to be, for the price to continue to push to 44.81, which seems like tomorrow, watch, tomorrow this wick is most likely going to be filled. Right? Now, we're going to go over the news. And if news comes in negative, positive, based on that, the price action could change. But as of right now, what candles are telling us is that it respected the previous candle's low and it broke above. The next candle should respect the previous candle's low. And as long as it is respecting, it's not breaking structure below, it should continue to push up. Right? Today, I'll actually send out a video, right? Because today, when this candle was formed, I did mention that we're expecting a push on Ethereum. When I say this candle, I mean this small candle right here, where price you're not able to see. Right there you go. So the next candle was this right here. I have it on the live stream. I will be posting that as a clip, but that's just how price action moves. And if you're able to see what is happening in the market, you could predict where your next move is going to be, right? Bitcoin, let's take a look at Bitcoin. And if I'm going too fast and I'm talking too fast, please feel free to leave a comment. Let me know how am I doing. If I need to improve something, if I need to do something more, do something less, please leave a feedback. If you comment, it might get pushed out to more folks, right? Let's take a look. Yeah, right. Bitcoin. I did mention last week we created this support. So this is kind of where we were last week. We didn't break below. We didn't come down to the 100,000s. We closed in a support. This is a weekly candle. Always pay attention to the top left-hand side of my screen, where I'm showing you where the highlighted word is what describes the time frame. So W is weekly, D is daily, 4 hour, 1 hour, 30, and so on, right? So this is weekly. Now, if we take a look here, on weekly, September 7th, we formed a bullish support. We formed a bullish candle supporting, identifying support. I did mention as long as we're not breaking below these areas, we should be able to continue to push up, right? Mainly because weekly time frame, we did find a support. So something like that, right? We have identified support, and the next price action we could possibly push up till right here, unless there is something in the middle. I don't see, actually, there you go, right? So this is the most recent zone that we could identify. Overall, I think Doge turned out exactly how we anticipated. Gold turned out exactly how we anticipated. GJ, it's I don't even know what's going on with GJ, right? I don't trade. Oh, sorry, not G. This is Nas. I don't trade GJ as much, but in New York session, if there is volume, if I see a setup, I will take the trade. As of right now, GJ is just bearish. Ethereum, like I mentioned, I wouldn't have bought for long term, but as of right now, I do see Ethereum bullish, and I did call out that for the traders that are doing day trading, they should expect a push. That was on Sunday. That call was on Sunday. Bitcoin, I've already talked about that. I have not even looked at Sol at all. Let's take a look. Yeah, perfect. Sol is bullish as well. So actually, I remember this. If you go back and look at the last week's video, last week when I say it's 3 days ago, right? Um, actually, let me show you the video here. Mockingbird trade with Tayyib. This is the video. Is now a good time to enter? Do go back and watch this video so you'll understand where we were last week and where we are today. Sol, same thing. We closed bullish. As long as we didn't break below, we should have pushed up. It's exactly what happened. Because look at it, right? We have bullish candles. We have bullish structure forming, not candle. Let's forget about candles. We have bullish structure forming. The reason why I say this is because we have higher highs being created. So price came down, the next price came down here, the next price came down here. So we're going upwards if we just draw a line here, right? Like we're going upwards. So that means that as long as we're respecting below these candles lows, we should continue to push up. Whoever, I think one of my buddies, he has Sol, so good for him. This, how much did it move up? Almost 10%. 10% move. Nice. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at our weekly events. What is happening tomorrow and Friday? So today is September. Let's take a look at September 11th. We have core CPI. Oh Lord. See, I told you we have CPI, we have unemployment claims. Tomorrow USD is going to be just a lot of volume in the market, and this is happening at 7:30 Central Standard Time. I will be doing a live stream, so feel free to join 7:30. It's going to be news time. We'll do buy stops, sell stops. Unemployment claims previously was 237. The reason why I think it's going to be a higher number here and gold is going to be flying because USD is going to have negative numbers is because we saw NFP, right? We have NFP, and then we have one of the other news that basically one of the reports that I saw, it mentioned that the unemployment comparing to amount of jobs in the market is now unemployment is more than the amount of jobs in the market, right? That was the basically what the chart showed. if that claimed if that claim is true, then we'll have negative uh, so we have a more unemployment claims here, which will drive USD lower, drive gold higher, and most likely crypto will rip as well. We'll see. But this is the news that is happening tomorrow, and then CPI itself is a big news. So I mean, it might be a slingshot. Well, who knows? And then we have consumer sentiment on at 9 a.m. on Friday. So with that, I think it's 15 minutes. This recap was supposed to be under 10 minutes. Anyways, all right. So if you like it, give it a like, share, leave a comment, leave a feedback. Let me know how I'm doing, And I'll see you back on tomorrow's live stream as well as next week's weekly video, which will be on Sunday, September 15th. Sorry, 14th. All right. Until then, peace out. Take care. I'll see you then.